Okay, to assume the role of a Berserker, we must look like one. We're going all out on the roleplay this time. So what did they used to do? They used to wear body paint. Now, you can't get body paint in this game, but you can get face paint. And you can buy it in the Atom store, so spend your Atoms, children, and play like the Berserker you've always wanted to. We'll go Dark Harlequin, because that reminds me of Margot Robbie, which is always a nice thing. And then we've got Diamond Eyes, we can chuck those on, and we can change the color of these. Maybe go for a reddish color. Let's see. I like that one. We'll go for that. And what else have we got? Ooh. No, we can't do that one. I think that'll get us cancelled on Twitter. So we'll just accept these and then we'll begin. G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Berserker's Handmade with bullets exploding for area damage and 25% less VATS cost per shot. Okay, so everybody when doing the script video, everyone's like, wow, use that one, it's a good weapon. Is it? I guess we'll have to find out. So this thing, I will explain the parts because it's not what I usually have. So we've got the aligned barrel and the aligned grip for reducing AP, as well as a quick magazine and the reflex sight for that. Normally I go for a perforating magazine to maximize on armor penetration, which gives me slightly better damage, but I think optimizing this thing's AP cost, seeing as I don't have all of the unyielding armor to give me lots of extra agility to increase my AP, is a good idea. A suppressor is necessary because if I get spotted I get shot, and I'm very, very squishy at 2 endurance. That's the parts on this thing. We're getting 88 damage, and for a little bit of a comparison, I'm going to equip this bloodied one, immediately lose that bonus of being completely naked here. You'll see here, I've got none of that defense on the little helmet thing there. And yes, instead of the 61 that we'd be getting from a bloodied at full health, we're getting 88, so that's nice, isn't it? But we can do slightly better. We can apply some perks here. Make sure we actually select the right perks this time. We can chuck on all of the commando perks because, you know, they look significantly different to the rifleman perks, so that works. And we've got room for demolition expert. Note how I don't have nerd rage here. If you go into nerd rage, it gives you a slight bit of DR, which does drag down your damage, because the moment you have one single point of DR about you, your damage from the Berserker's effect basically halves. So we can't have any of that, even though the AP regen and the extra defense would be a good thing, but we're going all-out attack with this one, and we'll have to see how we do. We've also got Bloody Mess there, as well as 4-leaf Clover, Critical Savvy, and Better Criticals for using this thing and VATS. We've also got all of these sneak attack crit boosting perks, so obviously we're going to be utilizing the suppressor as much as possible. Gunfill is there to be using in VATS. We've got Tenderizer there, Synergizers well with follow through, and a bunch of these other perks that give me, you know, just a better flexibility with what perk cards I can apply. And we've got a 16% chance of making them explode, which is a nice thing to have, I suppose. And with all of those things applied, we get 141 versus the Bloodied if I equip that at 111, so we get 30 extra damage. Now the question is that worth not having the defense or any of the buffs that you might get out of unyielding? Chameleon, although I have the Chameleon mutation this time, we're going to be utilizing that. That's just something I haven't removed, but yeah, it's finally coming in handy these days, and I guess there's no drawback to it, because you have to use it whilst you're unarmored, and that in and of itself is a drawback. So we'll take this 141 damage hitting thing, and we'll see what we can do with it. Our VATS accuracy, despite having a long barrel on this, is going to be pretty poor, so we might have to rely on concentrated fire to, you know, pick up the slack along that. So hopefully all of the AP reducing parts that I've optimized it to will serve me well there. Unfortunately, there's no, like, cover here, so Dust and Graham will get into that, and it'll probably cause the thing to jam. But luckily, that's not a concept in this game, so we'll be right. The only thing that is shattered there is our immersion. Okay, so here we are outside of the sunscreen factory, and the reason why I'm here is because, obviously, with a skin tone like that, winter's going to get sunburnt very easily. So, you know, it's raining right now, so it's not going to apply as much, but, you know, so she can keep her tone of skin being as is and not end up looking red, we're going to raid this place and get ourselves some protection from the sun. And you'll notice how, well, for some reason, that first super mutant we shot at took many bullets to kill, but then we kind of started ripping apart all of the other mutants. I guess, I guess it aligned itself, and, well, so far so good. There's a little lucky little triple piece we got there. Okay, I'm gonna aim in third person because that annoys me when you jump in first person whilst trying to aim. Like, how are you supposed to aim like that? That's nonsense. There's a reason why I always play in third person. That's not to stare at the vanilla body here. I'd rather not see that. But now we're doing 180 damage. Switching back to the bloodied, we're getting 157. Barely any damage is taken. I'm guessing the only damage that I did receive there is self-inflicted because I might have been on the very outskirts of what explosions I've put out. But so far, so good. It seems like the plan to optimize this thing crazily for VATS and utilizing that is going perfect. So, to offset that, we'll just use this with natural aim and see how we go. Now, I'm getting 111 frames per second now, which means my aiming is going to be quite good. I'd have it capped at 60 like I used to, but I've got a 114 or something hertz refresh rate screen, so there's no reason for me not to soak up all of this extra frame rate. And my goodness, does it look... It looks very nice. I've been... I'm still playing on my old Titan, right? And I better get inside before that thing explodes. But yeah, I'd have no idea that this thing could run this game so brilliantly. It's still on a 1080, which, my new thing has a... Why anti-cloaking? That's weird. Well, I guess the chameleon mutation went away, but yes, my new thing has a RTX 2070, and it should be much better than this, so I'll uncut the frame rate when I get the stealth back just to see how it goes. And I guess we're not going to cut this either, because I've talked during the entire loading screen. Well, it looks like we've all... What is these textures? What's going on here? Stop this. Looks like I've just got myself all oiled up, and that's kind of weird. I don't really like that. Maybe it's a good thing that we've got the cloak that happens to make that go away, but... Okay, so if you unequip a rep and then re-equip it too quickly, it kind of breaks the chameleon mutation. That's something to take note of. It's not actually a great mutation. I don't rate it all that much, and that is because... Well... You can't really see what you're aiming at. You can still keep on the move, but, in a reflex sight, it doesn't really work as well. I was considering chucking a scope on this, but then I doubled down on this thing's efficiency whilst using VATS, and I saw that guy. I think I saw him. Can't see him now. Going blind. Well, that was awkward. Let's try to inject a little bit of speed in this. We've got the quick magazine, which does mean the reload speeds are nice and quick. Back off. Yes, they can smell me, but they can't see me, which if there's sensory information that they'd rather have, it's probably that they can see me. And now I'm killing myself because these guys are too thirsty and running right next to me. But luckily, that guy decided not to pull the trigger. Perhaps he's pipe gun jammed, which maybe the jamming is a concept. I was extremely lucky not to have him shoot me. We'll continue this stealth, I suppose, and we'll pick up VATS back when we engage the ghouls. There's one. We can end these guys in about 2 to 3 shots, which I think is a satisfying time to kill, especially when we get the headshots. That's a 2-shot kill, which would probably piss off some fucking Redditor, but if you are watching and you are pissed off about my damage, build a bridge and get over it, I suppose. I'd imagine there'd be people that might come across my old speed kills on a Scorched Beast Queen. Why did I just shoot the wall there? Well, now I'm in Nerd Rage. Adrenal Reaction is in full swing. We're getting 206 damage. And we're living on the very edge at the moment. No more mistakes can be made. So I've got to play this a little bit more cautiously if I want to survive. But that's boring. Let's just keep on sending it. I'm going to kill myself due to explosions here. Now what I could do, I'm not using VATS right now, is chuck on Serendipity. Could chuck on Ricochet as well, but I'm not being shot at right now, so not that much of a problem. And I think I have slowed down considerably, so might give myself a heal for the next clip and get shit going like I would usually go. Got to max out that speed. Approaching level 372 now. It's not a terrible place to be. That means I'm almost finished with all of the legendary perks. You'll note that the explosive damage isn't all that good, and I don't think that actually triggered any of the tenderizer perks there. Well, I wanted to test it on that guy, so we'll have to come back and do it. Using Stimpaks is overrated, so we'll just shoot this guy. Notice how the time to kill without the sneak criticals is It's a lot. You gotta use a lot of bullets. There's no reason not to use stealth builds these days. Okay, valuable information we learned here. 24, 46. Okay, so I'm a fucking liar, I guess. I'm a fucking just spreading misinformation. Should, you know, hold me to the same standard as... Never mind. Okay, time to kill the ghouls, and I must resist getting those tin cans, because if I do decide to pick all of those up, straight over capacity for me. So let's exercise a bit of restraint, and then almost kill myself. There goes a third of my health already. Luckily for me, I can kill these ghouls in one hit, so I'm fairly confident if we just gather them up a little bit, get them out of their cover, get them standing up and out and about, we can utilize gun fu to knock off a lot of them very quickly. Very important to stay hidden at this stage, because if they do decide to jump on me, I can't shoot them, and they'll get a couple of free hits, and then it would kill me very quickly. We'll keep the stealth train moving. Although, you wouldn't probably refer to a train as something that is stealthy. I can't think of anything better to say than that. Just a very quiet train. Like one of those ones that is run on electricity. I suppose they'd be a little bit more quiet than the diesels. And there I've just hit myself again with the explosive damage. And again, because I kicked up a asset, one of those models from the game that jumped in front of me and took the explosive bullet. But that's okay, because it didn't seem to do much damage. But I noticed it. Keep in mind when you are in rooms like this, triggering, you know, these physics objects to move around has killed me several times before. So you need to be a little bit cautious here, and I think that's what this video is going to be. Just me being cautious the entire time, because unlike using a blade weapon where I'd get all of the, basically the same amount of damage, like additive has brought down everything to the same shitty level, but I'm actually in danger now. Well, time to go away. Get out of here and go back into caution. Good old escape artist, and finish off the last two ones as easy as that. But yeah, I can't afford to make these mistakes. I've got no serendipity because I'm not gating my health to such a level, and I'm getting slightly less damage output because I'm critting less often because I don't have all of this luck. Now, what you could do, obviously, is just get all your armor bits and then just damage them beyond repair, but I'd feel like that's taking advantage of a bug, but it's a totally valid playstyle, right? Because this game scams us, so you might as well scam it back. But, you know, for a true Berserkers, you need to be buck naked at all times, I reckon. And I don't know about you, but I don't have the time or patience to sit around watching my armor break. Although I've, someone that wanted this, arch enemy, actually, he spent time doing that. To what, you know, it's a very perplexing thing to do, because you know, you're putting all of this effort into a weapon style that, you know, is inferior to bloodied. Also, they popped a blue flare there. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I don't actually know. That's a mystery. Let's ask the data miners and then create a 4-minute video about it. That's what I'd do. Anyways, so we're closing it on Swan now. Probably want to let my AP come back because I don't have all of the AP regeneration stuff. And again, I know about the armor thing, but I'll never do it, so any comments that point at that out will be ignored, alright? I don't care for the playstyle that much to commit to it in such a way. I just use bloodied, it's better. Okay, looks like we've got our work cut out for us pretty much right away, because I'm seeing a couple of Myalert Kangs over in that direction. Lousy, cheap, explosive bullets not exploding where you want them to. Notice how when the criticals came in, that's when the big damage in, but then all of the other shots just completely whiffed. Yeah, nice bugs, Bethesda. Don't bother fixing them, though. Alright, looks like we've woken up the Queen. Don't know where the Blood Eagles are. Found them. Look at the difference between the first shot and second shot when I get Tenderizer and follow through going. 415. Fuck off, you thirsty dog. I feel like it was a headshot, that one. There's also some drama going off over there. Now, we do have Tormentor, so what we want to do here is make sure she can't hit us. And there we go. We've practically neutralized the threat here, so we'll just zero in on the head and finish her off. Ah, yes, very nice. But I don't think that is going to be our most dangerous foe that we face this video, because there are the Scorch Beasts, which have explosive spam about them, and I'm not done killing crackheads yet, so they'll go down. Who'd I save?
You need something?
Yes, I want your reputation, but I'm not gonna get it, so you die now. Okay, this is where push really comes to shove, and I think this is where I'll be utilizing VATS for most of the time, because I need to get a decent lock on these guys, and before they can kick my ass, I'd really like to kill them. Well, that did alright. Every time he unleashes his death breath, though, I have to kind of get out of dodge, which might compromise my stealth, but luckily for me, he's decided not to do that. He looks like he's going for a piss. Don't bother shooting them. The netcode's not equipped to deal with moving targets like that. Looks like this Scorch Beast has found something else to shoot. And what was that? I did not recognize whatever that sound was. And no. Oh, it was a grenade exploding. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just hop over that. Don't bother shooting anything that's too far away because our perception is not as high as I would usually have it with full unyielding. Ah, it's another Mirelurk Queen. Well, if it gets Scorchified, it gets Scorchified. My main target here is going to be the Scorch Beast. Ah, it's decent. You know, the Mirelurk Queens have a strangely high accuracy even when you're in caution. Probably should have moved on a different plane there to make sure I didn't die. Is that a... What is that sound? Like a heavy pistol thing? Oh, also the Scorch Beast got possessed by a space Allen. Like, there's a big brawl between random cryptids as well. It was purple for it. Oh shit, is that random noise that I don't know what it is? Is that the space Allen? Because you might be in the mood for XCOM after this. Alright, Mirelurk Queen is distracted. There you are. You die now. You've gotten me detected. Yeah, okay. So, basically, one burst from a Scorch Beast there was enough to end me. Now, if you were using armor and used that fucking exploit to break it and just had like a dense chest piece on and maybe you used, fireproof. I've got fireproof. Oh my god. I thought I could get better, but it really can't. You just can't take the hits. Some shit that's angry at me now. Just go for the head. Just kill everything possible. Utilize VATS. That's good. Find your spouts. Down they go. Now you can only charge at me. Now if you... This is a classic case of the enemy knowing exactly where I am, but being too polite to attack me. Get out of here. Alright, now I can focus on the big bad bat in the room. See? Come on. They know where I am sufficient enough to go and dry hump me so I can't kill them with explosive damage, but they don't know where I am to attack me. Can they just sit there like a stunned mullet if they don't know where I am? That'd make the game a lot better and would improve the experience for everyone, and even the Redditors who complain about camp shit on Reddit. I mean, where else would they complain about it? Anyway, so we'll go for a bit of a run. I want to take another Scorch Beast, maybe where we can kill it without dying, without being fucking shot at by a stupid space alien, which I believe the Mirelurk Queen might have killed, because I certainly didn't kill it, but that was a little bit of a clusterfuck of a situation where I didn't really have control because, you know, going through Nudie's Plaza, going through, the Ghoul Place, obviously I'm in control there. There aren't many extraneous variables which might kick me in the ass, but you saw right there that, I mean, I'm not using Stimpaks or anything, but still, I tend to not use Stimpaks all that much. There we go. Almost killed me. Just random people. Just random bats. Just one bursted me. Also, please, caution. Escape artist. Where's all that agility? Well, I'm in danger from something, so I'm guessing a mole rat's gonna pop up and immediately kill me. Well, that was weird. So, there you have it. Berserker's explosive handmade. And yeah, the damage is good, but what do you trade for that? Survivability? You get less survivability with this thing at full health than you do at 20% health with a bloodied weapon. You don't have all of these armor buffs. You're gonna discount all of those amazing effects you can possibly get. And shut up, I know about breaking your armor, but still, I don't have the patience for that. And, whatever. It's definitely an esoteric playstyle for players that are probably bored with everything else, but I really don't want to give this any more thought. It's been a displeasure using this thing. Now I'm gonna ship this off to someone who actually will like it. Yeah, I bet this isn't the winter-only fans you're expecting using the Fallout 76 vanilla body. Yeah, you want that. Subscribe now to see photos of this.